Hello, hello, hello. Well, welcome. This site is called Take What Rings True, and today I want to talk about cocooning, which is an odd word. So, cocooning. First, I want to tell you take what rings true. So, if I say something that doesn't make sense to you, that's fine. Just let it go. You don't have to believe anything I say. So, my name is Teresa Micheletti. And I learned about cocooning from going to trance classes with spirit guides, Francine and Rahim. Sylvia Brown was a psychic. She would go into a trance, go sit on the bench on the other side, and her spirit guides would come in and talk to us. So, usually, when you pass over to the other side, you go to the temple of orientation to get reoriented and then review your life and resume what you did on the other side. However, some people have trouble transitioning to the other side because they're disoriented, they're confused, they had a violent passing, they were traumatized in some way. So instead of going through orientation and reviewing your life, you are cocooned, which means that you're wrapped in warm blankets, you're put into this twilight sleep, and then you have time to adjust. So you can have quiet music, there's the infusion of God's love, and you just are given time to just reorient, feel better, feel more healthy, and ready to resume your life on the other side. Some people have this intermediate step. So you go to the orientation center, and sometimes they'll decide, may need to be cocooned, but first let's try reorienting them. So they'll guide you through relaxing, enjoyable activities, maybe taking you through a walk in the woods, take you to listen to your favorite music, take you fishing, have you garden, maybe swimming, reading, painting, whatever is something relaxing and enjoyable for you. And if that doesn't work, they cocoon you. So you're wrapped in those warm blankets. You're put in a comfortable place, usually a cubicle, but it could be other places too, with comforting music and helpful entities watching over you, making sure you're okay, always monitoring you. And you have this feeling of peace and love come towards you all the time until you feel healthy, you feel better. Now, others have a second step of cocooning. They may be put in a deeper, almost coma sleep. Francine, one of the spirit guides who would teach us, said that sometimes when you come into life, it's almost like you have the bends, when you dive in the water. Say you're scuba diving and you come up too quickly and you get the bends. Well, that's sort of like what people feel like when they transition to the other side, and it's like they're just disoriented and not ready. And so they go through this process of cocooning. And some people have a deeper sleep, some people have a twilight sleep, it's called. And you spend the time you need. Now, it could be several months, sometimes a year. But the other side is timeless. I remember Sylvia Brown's dad died, and she's psychic, so she was waiting for a sign from him. And 8 months went by, and finally she got a sign from him. He used to smoke cherry, what do you call that? Pipe, cherry, whatever. Smells like cherry. So she could smell the cherry, and she said, "What took you so long?" And he said, "What do you mean? I just left." Because we have lived millions of years and there is no time. So in our time reference, it seems like 8 months, but for them, it was just like a moment in time. So when you're cocooned, for you, it's just a moment in time. But for us on earth, waiting for a sign from you, you pray and you pray and you pray for your loved one to give you a sign and nothing. That's because they are cocooned. They're being taken care of on the other side. So I would ask my spirit guide or ask my personal angel, can you please give me a sign if my loved one is okay on the other side? Which 99.9% of the time, they're going to say they're fine on the other side. Now, some of them may have not transitioned because they're a ghost. And then that's another issue. And, we could take care of that separately. So if you're having a problem and you know somebody's a ghost, you can contact any person. I can do that, or there's lots of people who can help you with that. Anyway, okay, so sometimes in life, we get scarred because we've been betrayed or persecuted, and we get to the other side and we just are not ready to go into our normal life on the other side. So if you think of Joan of Arc, or somebody who's had lifetime after lifetime after lifetime of difficult charts, then when you get to the other side, sometimes you need a rest. So you are put to sleep and cocooned. It's not a bad thing. It's a transition. So cocooning is a nice way for people to get transitioned from this earthly plane to the other side. Now, the more you know about the other side, and more you know about transitioning from Earth to the other side, the easier it is for you to transition. So a lot of people who, if it was their first life, would not be able to transition easily, can, because they know what to expect on the other side. They know, okay, if I need extra help, I can be cocooned. It's okay. And most likely, if you're listening to me, then you're probably a higher vibration entity. And you're probably one of those people who can just go, when it's time for you to exit this life, you just take a breath and step out of your body. The tunnel forms from you and you go to the other side. Now, another thing that happens is you hold on to emotion. You hold on to worry. You hold on to the feeling of grief. So, speaking of Sylvia Brown, I know when she went to the other side, she was still holding emotions. She was still upset about some things. And so she was cocooned, even though she's very smart and was able to have the knowledge of what it's like on the other side. She still needed to be cocooned for a while. So when we go through the tunnel that forms from us when we die, we go through this like rainbow light thing that's sort of like a waterfall of light, and it washes away the emotions, it washes away the worries, it washes away the, as they say, flotsam and jetsam, and cleanses you and your soul. But sometimes you hold on to some of that stuff, in which case you may need to be cocooned, and that's okay. If you think about eternity and millions of life, millions and millions of years, then being cocooned for what we think of as 8 months, that's like just a blink of an eye, a moment. It's not a big thing. Now, to us on Earth, who are waiting for signs from our loved ones, it seems like a long time. But on the other side, there is no time. It's just an instant. So, cocooning. It's possible someone you know, a loved one, a friend, has been cocooned. It's possible you've been cocooned after a lifetime. And if you know people who have difficult lives, if people have been violently hurt when they died, then a lot of times they just need some time to rest and recoup, have some R&R time, and just allow themselves to just come back to their happy, joyous selves and able to feel the love on the other side. When you're on the other side, you constantly feel God's love. You can hear his laughter. And if you're still worried about something on earth, or you're so close to someone on earth that when you leave, you are carrying the grief with you to the other side, well, then you need to be cocooned. So you have that transition period to just let go of the stuff you don't need to hold on to, all the emotions, all the feelings of betrayal, all the feelings of being persecuted, all those feelings that you don't need anymore. Then you can allow yourself some time to transition and realize you're on the other side. That stuff's not affecting you anymore. You can let it go. Been there, done that. You can keep the experiences, but you don't need to hold on to the emotions. So I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you next Wednesday at 10:30 on YouTube and about 11 o'clock on Facebook. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments and contact me anytime at heavenlyhypnotist@gmail.com. Thanks. Bye.